The Vancouver Canucks just lost against the Carolina Hurricanes in Carolina. The final score of the game was 5-3. And the Carolina Hurricanes took out the Canucks on this one. Okay, cool. It's our second game of the road trip, third game of the season overall. The important thing here that everybody is talking about is the fact that Elias Pettersson got 1 assist. And that 1 assist was on a beautiful goal by Sven Baertschi. Initially, it was thought to have been Bo Horvat's goal, but it was actually a Pettersson at the blue line, sauces it over, across the line over to Edler. Edler with a long shot. Baertschi tips it in front. People thought Baertschi tipped it off of Horvat and in. Nah, Baertschi hit it off of the Carolina Hurricanes defender right in the paint, and it went in. Sven Baertschi with 2 goals on this one. Really nice first goal from Edler and Tanev. He walks right in, dekes it a little bit, does a little bit of a shifty, kind of fakes the puck, deking a little bit and kind of move, and he beats out McElhaney. Spectacular fashion right there by Sven Baertschi for his first of the night. Bo Horvat also got his second of the year as well, from Baertschi and Brock Besser. Now, this one is a little bit of an iffy one. The Vancouver Canucks lost this game, obviously it's in the title and everything, but in my opinion, I don't really think there's anything too important to have talked about in this game, other than the fact that we should probably be raising a little bit of concern for some of our players. I want to say not all, but some. For example, Brock Besser still doesn't really look like the player he was a year ago. Bo Horvat is looking a little bit better, not necessarily like a Bo Horvat from last year after coming back from injury, but he has gotten himself a few points here and there, a few goals. Pretty good for him. Sven Baertschi, after being criticized in the last game for not really doing all too much, came back in this one with 2 goals. Really nice for him as well. The Vancouver power play actually getting things done. 2 for 4 on their chances, and the Carolina Hurricanes 0 for 2. Led the shots on goal as well, and Jacob Markstrom he let in 5. So obviously Markstrom hasn't really been up to par with what we would have expected out of a NHL starting caliber goaltender, but it's Jacob Markstrom. He's let in a few ones that you probably could have said, yeah, I don't think he should have faced that. That was kind of the defense's fault. But overall, this one does have a few stories as well. And those stories come with a few of the Hurricanes, because some guys who really stood out to me were Warren Foegele. He is actually really good. My gosh, no wonder the Carolina commentators were craving over Foegele and his play so much throughout the game. He's just such a gem of a player. And another gem of a player that really presented himself in this game was Andrei Svechnikov, who is also a rookie, just like Foegele, just like Pettersson. This is the Calder race right here, everybody, because Pettersson with his 1 point put him into first place over Henri Jokiharju in the rookie scoring race. He is first with 6 points. Warren Foegele, who was at 3 points, got himself a point. He's at 4, so he's tied for third place alongside of his teammate Andrei Svechnikov. So Foegele, Svechnikov, and Pettersson, 3 Calder candidate players, played in this one right here, proved themselves as Calder candidates. Foegele, really, a player that nobody really expected to be talked about in this light, but he's honestly had such a good start to his season that, really, he's honestly one of the better players out of this rookie class so far. And talking about players from the Hurricanes who are really good in this one, I really thought Slavin was just fantastic. He had 2 assists on the night, consistently just a clamp back there over in that defensive zone. So many plays broken down by the Canucks and totally just taken out of commission because Slavin was there doing his thing. I think if Slavin wasn't Slavin in this game, Pesce wasn't Pesce in this game, the Carolina Hurricanes really could have given up a few more, but their defensive core really did just stand its ground against the Vancouver offense, at least for the majority of the time. The same could be said about Curtis McElhaney, who had himself a really good game as well. On the Vancouver side of things, though, I liked Leipzig's tenacity during some moments during the game. Brock Besser, although getting himself an assist wasn't necessarily the strongest, Louis Eriksson playing alongside a Goldolbin and Pettersson, things actually got switched up a little bit because Besser was moved up to that first line a little bit towards the end of the game. Nothing really came out of that, though, but Pettersson was still doing his thing. Sven Baertschi got himself 3 points, so that's great for him. That Pouliot and Goodbranson pairing, I don't really know how I feel about that. Michael Del Zotto was scratched in place of Ben Hutton for this one. Hutton honestly looked pretty good during some moments in the game. His defensive pressure was on point, and overall I don't have too many bad things to say about Ben Hutton other than the fact that he was a -1. Other than that, though, I think that basically covers it. This game wasn't really super impactful in regard to the stories coming out for the Vancouver media. Last game, it was very impactful because we got that whole, oh my god, Pettersson got 3 points, he's amazing! Sven Baertschi got 3 points in this one too, so that's pretty good. But the biggest story here, in my opinion, is just the Vancouver Canucks. They lost. Honestly, Sven Baertschi did get 3, but I didn't really see all too much of a reaction from that. And overall, this game kind of just went under the radar a little bit. I don't know, I had to watch this one from the Carolina Hurricanes commentator's point of view. This wasn't even airing in my TV, I had to watch this on stream. But overall, the Vancouver Canucks are now 1-2-0. We have ourselves a player who is leading the rookie scoring race in Elias Pettersson, but the Carolina Hurricanes have 2, who are just really closely behind him in Andrei Svechnikov and Warren Foegele. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was your Plus Gaming, and bye.